Okay. You're feeling a little sick, but for the most part, you're doing okay. Okay, good.
Yes,
Um,
okay.
Sorry about feeling sick. That's not good, but and Anarik, how are you doing? Anarik,
Hi, fine. I'm doing great, and you?
nice. And how do you pronounce your name? Anarik,
Anarik.
Anarik. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect. Anarik, where are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
Okay, awesome. Mexico. And what do you like to do for fun? What do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I play sports and I I go to barbering class.
Okay, nice. So you take violin classes and you play sports.
Yeah.
Perfect. Uh, okay, and Asen, what did you do today? What did you do today, Asen?
Um, I woke up at like 1 p.m. maybe, yes.
Okay,
And then I cleaned the house, window I
okay.
feel so just a casual Sunday, nothing interesting.
Yeah, pretty relaxed Sunday. Okay, so clean the house, woke up late. Nice. And Asen, what are you going to do? Or sorry, not Asen, Anarik, what are you going to do today? What are you going to do today?
I think that I will go to the supermarket and have a meet with my grandma and rest in the day.
Okay, nice. When we're saying have a meeting with, so we'd say have a meeting with, or I think I'm going to meet with my grandmother.
Okay.
Um, a better verb too is visit. I think I'm going to visit my grandmother. I think
Okay.
that would sound the best. But awesome. Does your grandmother live far away?
No, I live here in my town.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. And Alexander, welcome back to class. Alexander, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine.
Nice. Okay. And Alexander, what are you going to do for the rest of the day?
Oh, now it's already night, almost night in Russia. So after this lesson, I think I go to eat some and go to bed.
Okay, so you'll eat something and then go to bed. Good. Um, okay, and what else did you do today? What have you done today?
I learning English all day. Podcast, reading. It's my
Wow.
weekend.
Okay. Okay, nice. That's a good weekend, I guess. It's really productive. Okay, cool. Really nice job. And all right, I think that's about good. Let's get started on today's class. And let's start with Asen. Asen, can you read the title and the next couple of
Okay.
lines?
Job job interviews. In today's class, we will practice job interviews, learn job interview vocabulary, talk about pet peeves.
Good. Really nice job. Um, can you repeat pet peeves? Pet peeves.
Pet pet peeves.
Good. And then interviews. Interviews.
Interviews.
Nice. Good. Interviews. Okay, that sounded really good though, other than that. Let's go on to the first page. And Asen, can you ask Anarik the first question?
Okay. When was the last time you went in for a job interview?
Uh, I think that it was the last 2 months ago. I think so.
Okay, good. I think that it was 2 months ago. Um, just remember no article, so we wouldn't say the 2 months ago. I think that it was 2 months ago. And how did the interview go, Anarik?
Sorry, what?
How did it go? How did the
How did
interview
it
go?
go? Oh, it was great because I get the job. I got the
Nice,
job.
nice. I got the job. Congratulations. That's always a great feeling. What's the job, Enrique?
My job is like a consulting analyst in research markets.
Nice. That sounds like a cool job. Okay. And Enrique, can you ask Alexander the next question?
Yes. How many times have you interviewed for a position?
Um, in all life, or
Yeah.
what? Maybe 5 or 6, I guess,
Okay. Maybe 5 or 6 times.
times.
Okay. And do you remember the worst interview?
No, there was not bad interview.
Okay. So we would say there were not any bad interviews.
Okay.
Okay. Do you remember the best interview?
The best. Mm, it's not the best. It's maybe funny.
Okay. What happened?
No, the interviewer was just funny girl, and she always make jokes.
Okay.
That's what I remember.
Okay. Nice. Um, Perfect. Asen, what do you think he is going to ask her? What's he going to ask her in the picture?
Mm, Probably he's asking that what is her proficiency or which school did she graduate from, and or maybe he can ask her hobbies or abilities.
Okay, so maybe he's asking about her proficiency in something, what school she graduated from, her hobbies or favorite activities. Good. Um, awesome. Really good work. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions here?
Warm up. What does
Uh,
it mean?
Good. Asen or Anarik, can either of you guys explain what warming up means? What's it mean to warm up?
To
Probably
prepare?
Anrik is better than me. Like she knows it. Warm up.
Yeah, it's preparing ourselves for something that it's gonna
Prepare.
happen in a few minutes or something that is gonna happen in the future.
Nice. Okay, preparing yourself for something that's going to happen soon or maybe in the future. Um, Definitely. And so, like before a soccer game or any sporting event, you'll warm up, you stretch, and just get ready. You loosen up your muscles. This is just loosening up your mind to start talking about job interviews. And David, welcome to class. David, how's it going?
Hi Joshua, I'm doing well, thank you for asking.
Nice. It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
Okay, and perfect. Let's get into the next page. Um, okay, Asen, can you read the title and the directions, Asen?
Sorry. Vocabulary. Use these words in a sentence to define them.
Good. And Asen, if there's any way you can raise the volume a little bit, that might help a lot.
Okay.
Perfect. That's awesome. And can you read the first 4 words?
Okay. Analyzed, attained, carried out, collaborated.
Good. Maybe collaborated.
Collaborated.
Good. Collaborated. David, can you read the next 4 words?
Yeah, sure, Joshua. Engineered, facilitate, overcame, and rectify.
Okay, engineered. Can you repeat engineered?
Yeah, sure. Engineer.
Good, engineered. Engineered. Facilitated, overcame, and rectified. Does anybody have any questions about any of these words? Any questions?
I
Mm,
cannot understand the most of the words.
Okay, most of the words. So remember, they're also all in the past tense. Um, let's have. Well, can anybody explain what it means? What analyzed means?
mm, is 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 when you review something in over and over again.
Okay. Yeah, it's when you like process information. So it's you kind of look at something or you read something maybe, and then you process the information. You kind of like put it into logical order. Is analyzing it. Um, Reviewing something over and over again. That's like, yeah, I think that's similar, um, but it's more like processing information. Does that make sense?
Okay, yes.
Okay, good. So yeah, studying things, studying their relations. What about the next word, attained? Can anybody explain attained?
Is to be or to I don't know how to say. Mm, to go to a place or a meeting to respond something.
Um, I think you're close. It's a little bit different. Asen or David, do either of you guys think you know?
Yes, attained, right?
Yeah.
And for example, when you reach something or when you gain something, and it is going to be attained for you. Um, I mean, for example, you have a goal, so when you achieve it, at the same time it's going to be attained for you. Is it clear?
Yeah. Okay, so it's the same thing as achieving. So when you achieve your goal, you attain it. So yeah, just reaching the conclusion of something. So if you attain the peak of the mountain, um, you you achieve it. You arrive there. So I think Anarik, you were really close. In like as far as arriving somewhere, it's more of like arriving at a goal or arriving at the end of a goal rather than just like arriving to a meeting. Something like that. So hopefully that makes sense. What about carried out? Who can explain carried out? David, can you try?
Well, Joshua, I don't know what is carried out.
Okay. Anarik, do you have any ideas?
Carry out is maybe how can I explain? To take care? No, to take care of yeah, of a problem maybe.
Yeah, or you could also maybe say to carry out. Sorry, to carry out something. Um, to just do something. Um, to take care of something. So if you have a lot of work, you can carry out your work. So it's just doing it. Carrying something out is doing something. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. What about collaborated? David, can you explain what collaborated is, or to collaborate?
Well, collaborate. I suppose that is the past tense of collaborate. That is helping people.
Yeah. So helping people, working together with people.
Yeah, like work together.
Yeah. Yeah. So you worked together with people. You collaborated with them.
Uh-huh.
Asen, what about the next one?
Engineered. Um, it's something made by engineer.
Close, not quite. So it actually doesn't have anything to do with an engineer necessarily. An engineer can engineer something, but it's a verb. So again, it's the past tense of this verb. Um, David
Okay,
or Enrique.
like doing engineer, like yes, engineering. Right.
Close. I mean, obviously, of course, engineering something has the sense sometimes that it's being done by an engineer. Um, it's a little bit different. Enrique or David, do either of you know?
Well, Joshua could be like the science, the job, the science engineer.
Mm, close. Enrique, what about you?
No, I think the same that Anna is something related to engineer, but I really don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a little bit different. So it's just a person who like creates something. So to engineer something, it's to create something. So I engineered a solution to the company's problem. So it's like I created a solution, or I found a solution, or I made a solution. It's like to create
But
something or to make something is to engineer.
but do I have to an engineer, or for example, I'm a lawyer, so I can could I say that I engineered a solution for this case?
Yeah, definitely. I
Okay.
engineered a solution for this case. Yeah, so it's just to create something. You don't have to be an engineer.
Oh,
Um,
I like it.
but
I
yeah,
didn't know it.
yeah, it's a cool verb um, to engineer something. Good. What about the next one, facilitated? Enrique, can you explain what facilitated means? And yeah,
Is to get easy something for someone
excuse me?
is to get something easy for people. I don't know.
Yeah, to make something easier for people. So when you facilitate something, you just make something easier. Um, good. I think you're right there. What about the next one? To overcome. Esen,
To handle with it, to beat with it, maybe.
to beat something?
Be not yes, be it handle.
And for example, when I handle with some problems, uh, at the same time it is overcome, right?
Yeah, definitely. So when you handle problems, you overcome them. So it's just like to, yeah, to get past them or to go over them, to handle them, to solve them, overcome. What about the last word, David?
Okay, Joshua. Rectified is like make a clarification about something.
It's like what?
It's like, for example, make a clarification about something.
Not quite making a clarification. Sometimes if you make a clarification, you can rectify something, but it's not always what it means.
Well,
Um,
okay, correct some mistake. No,
yeah,
probably correct a mistake. Yeah.
something. But to rectify is to correct a mistake. Good. Really nice work. Does anybody have any questions about any of these definitions? And Alexander, does that help?
Yes, thank you very much. I wrote it down.
Okay, perfect. Um, yeah, any other questions? Any last questions here on this page?
Yeah, Joshua, I have one question. Uh, there is a difference between overcame and get over.
There's a difference between what?
Between overcame and get over.
Um, yeah, a little bit. So people can say get over it as far as like stop thinking about it or just get over it, like stop
Okay,
dwelling
pass.
on something.
Yeah,
Um, when you overcome something, it's more of a problem that you overcome. You get over little things or things that don't seem important or maybe aren't important, but you overcome big problems, really important things, stuff like that. Does that make sense, David?
yeah, sure.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, good. Let's go on to the next page. And let's have Asen, can you play the boss? And let's have David, can you play... Actually, let's have Alexander. Can you play the interview person?
Okay. Wow, you have 3 master degrees and a PhD. Can you hear me?
Mm, ah, yes, it's all very impressive, but interestingly, I have no common sense whatsoever.
That's not the sort of thing you should say during a job interview.
I don't see why not.
Nice. Good job, guys. Um, okay, and David, can you ask Anarik the first question?
Yeah, sure. And Arik, what do you think about this comic and what is common sense?
I think that the the character who is Alexander doesn't answer in a right way.
Okay. Um, okay, I think that's true, for sure. Why is he not answering correctly? What's he doing wrong?
Uh, I think he's uh, what does mean whatsoever?
At all. So whatsoever is at all.
Okay. Because he's not putting the right information and he's not impressing the interviewer.
Okay, definitely not impressing the interviewer. Um, okay, David, can you talk about why he's not impressing the interviewer? What's he saying?
Okay. Well, the guy who is interview, well, he's not impressed the interviewer because, well, the SM, that is the boss, uh, look the resume and is impressed because he has a lot of degrees and a PhD, but actually the guy is silly because his answer his answers are not proper like a person who has a lot of studies. Yeah, seems like he doesn't have any studies or logical or common sense.
Okay, yeah, so I think it's making fun of people who have a certain type of intelligence. So what's common sense? Asen, what's common sense?
Common sense is, by the way, you mean to describe the word or just for this case?
Uh, yeah, talk about what the word means.
Okay. Basically, we can say the proper behavior for the situation and what is the most sensible behavior or, yes, behavior. And so if something happens in that way, it have to be in that way. So it's the common sense, if I'm right.
Okay, I think yeah, you're definitely it's like the most logical way to deal with a certain situation. Um, yeah, common sense would be like if your leg is really really hurting because and you think it might be broken, it's common sense to go to the doctor. It's not common sense to try to take an Advil and go to sleep. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so common sense is just like the most logical behavior in a certain situation. Um, something that like almost everybody would do. So it's basic intelligence, basic knowledge. Um, and so in this comic, this person is clearly very intelligent. He's really smart. He's got a lot of different degrees, but he says he doesn't have any common sense. And this is funny because it's not something you should say during a job interview. Um, talking about your weaknesses without, having been asked about them.
Yes.
But he doesn't
He's a
understand
fresh,
why. Pardon?
because he's a freshman.
Because he's a what?
Freshman?
Uh,
Freshman.
if I'm right, freshman.
Okay. A freshman is a first year at college.
But same situation. So it seems like same situation.
Um, to what extent? What do you mean?
I mean, he's acting like a first year at college. His first year at college. He's how to
Okay.
say? Anyway, just keep it.
No, that's good. It's a definitely, you could say freshman is acting like a freshman. It's a little bit different just because he's in a job. We only refer to freshmen in school.
I know,
So,
but it seems like he is a freshman.
yeah, I think I definitely know what you mean. That's good. Just remembered, we usually only talk about this in the sense of school, but good. Yeah, it seems like he's a freshman. But yeah, I think that's good. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions here?
No, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay.
No, it's okay.
And let's go to this one. And Ken, welcome to class. Ken, how's it going? Ken, are you there? Okay. Let's go to the questions and let's have Asen. Can you ask David the first question?
Okay. What are your strengths?
It's for me, sorry.
Yeah, for you, David.
Okay. So, what are my strengths? Let me think. One of my strengths is like I am a hard worker. I try to achieve my goals. I think I don't give up very easy. So, well, I try to do my best. Um, yeah, I am friendly.
Nice. Those are all really good. Um, yeah, perfect. One small thing, I don't give up easily. So, because to give up is a verb, and we're modifying the verb with easily, we'd use the adverb instead of the adjective. Just a small thing, but pretty much everything else was perfect, David. Really good pronunciation as well.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
and, okay, David, can you ask Anarik the next question?
Yeah, sure. Anari, what are your weaknesses?
Um, my weaknesses, I think that I am. I don't know how to say my weaknesses. I'm very let me see. demanding.
Okay.
I'm very demanding. I take care of everything and I follow a schedule. I follow a schedule so rigorously.
Okay. I follow the schedule rigorously.
Yeah.
Those are good. Those are good weaknesses. So you're very demanding, you take care of everything, and you follow the schedule rigorously. Might be more strengths. I think this is good though. Maybe sometimes if you say too instead of very, I'm too
Okay.
demanding.
I'm too
It's
demanding.
yeah, it's more played up as a weakness than a strength. Or than yeah, because if you say I'm very demanding, it sounds more like a strength. It's like a good thing. But if you say that I'm too demanding, it's like you put too many things on. Like yeah, but really close. I think they're really similar.
Okay.
Okay, and Arik, can you ask Alexander the next question and make
Mm,
up a company name?
Okay. Why are you interested in working for Google?
Be- Because it's the best company and very prospective.
Okay,
And
it's very prospective.
prospective.
In what way?
Uh, for personality, for career, and for money.
Okay. Um, it's very prospective. I'm not sure if that's the best word. It's really so perspective is something that's likely to happen in the future. So prospective student is like a student who is likely going to attend a university. So perspective is just something that is likely to happen. Um, it's very forward thinking. I'm not really sure a better word. Can you think of any other words that would help you out with this, or that are what you're looking for?
Um, uh, I don't know how it in English.
Okay.
Maybe probable.
Probable is the same thing as perspective, in terms that it's like likely to happen. We wouldn't have a company being perspective unless you're looking to apply for it, or like you're looking to join that company. So I'm looking at three companies. The most prospective one is Google, so it's like the most likely one. Um,
But what does he mean by saying a perspective? I didn't understand.
it's saying it's the most likely to happen. So if you have a number of different companies that you're looking to apply to, the most prospective one is the one that's most likely to hire you or for you to join. Um,
Proper?
so, excuse me?
Proper, maybe. I don't know.
Sorry, I can't quite hear you.
Proper.
Okay. Probable is more like it. So, perspective is more like probable. Um,
Then maybe perspective instead of prospective.
um, perspective?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. So it has like it takes a different vantage point from the rest. It has the most perspective. Maybe
Profitable? It could be.
and yeah, it's the most reputable. That's a great one. It's the most reputable. Um, perspective works. It maybe is a little bit different um, in terms of it. Like, yeah, it has like a good viewpoint. It's the most perspective. Um, yeah, so it has the most capacity to view things in their true relation. That's good. Really good answer, Alexander. Um, proper. Okay. Um, proper's a little bit different, SN, I think.
Okay.
It's a proper company. Yeah, maybe. It's like a correct one. But yeah. Alexander, can you ask SN the next question?
Why do you want to leave your current company?
I wanted to leave my current company because I gave them all of my effort, but they didn't give anything as a response. So I'm here.
Okay. I gave them all of my efforts and they didn't give me anything back, maybe?
Yes.
Or they didn't appreciate it, maybe?
Um, Not appreciated, but yes, okay. It doesn't matter.
Okay. What are you trying to say?
Actually, I I was trying to say like I overworked. I gave them all my efforts. I did my stuff uh, by time, but they didn't respect my free hours or stuff like that.
Okay. Got my things done on time, but they didn't respect my time off, my free hours.
Yes.
Okay. That's great. That's awesome. So now I'm here. Perfect. Really good answer, Asen. Asen, can you ask David the next question?
Tell me about a time you dealt with a crisis.
Okay. One thing. It was time when I have a discussion with one of my coworkers because, we had some problems about the project that we make, and yeah, we can't make an agreement about that. So, but finally we talk about this and we resolve the problem.
Nice. Really good job. I'm not sure if you were talking about an actual discussion or an argument. I know in Spanish it's kind of ambiguous between discusión. Um,
Yeah.
are you
No, I
talking?
said I didn't remember what I said, but yeah, it's a discussion, right?
Okay, yeah. As long as you're not fighting with them or like really disagreeing, a discussion is more of like a calm talk
Yeah,
between people. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
When there is a disagree. Yeah.
Yeah, when there's not really any disagreement, or maybe the disagreements are minor and people take them really well, you can have a discussion. Um,
Well,
it's an argument. Huh?
depend of the situation, but here a discussion can be very hard or can be calm. Depends.
Yeah, usually in English, discussions are calm
Calm.
and a little bit more relaxed. Arguments are more intense. So
Okay.
discussions are usually pretty calm. Arguments are usually pretty intense. But
Mm,
awesome, really good answer.
okay.
Does anybody have any questions on this page?
Yes, why did you highlight dealt and crisis?
Ah, dealt. Can you repeat dealt?
Dealt.
Yeah, dealt. And crisis.
Crisis. Okay.
Good. Nice job. Crisis. Uh, okay, any other questions?
Mm, no, you should. It's clear.
Okay. Let's talk about pet peeves. Um, And Anarik, can you read the title and this line right here?
Yes. Items, idioms, pet
Good.
peeves, things that irritate you.
Good. Really good correction with idioms.
Yeah.
Okay. And so let's go. And Alexander, can you read this comic?
Pet peeve, when someone assumes that when you are reading a book that you are doing nothing and therefore can be interrupted repeatedly.
Good. Okay. So that's a pet peeve maybe that I have. Alexander, can you read the example?
I hate when my coworkers try to look at my computer monitor when I'm working.
Good. And Alexander, can you ask Asen the question?
What are some of your coworkers' pet peeves?
And Asen, can you answer?
Okay, I know that I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yes, I can't stand with indisciplined people. Ah,
Is it better?
Nice. Much better.
Okay, I I can't stand with indisciplined people.
Okay. Maybe instead of saying indisciplined, we'd say undisciplined people.
Okay.
Okay, so you can't stand working with undisciplined people. Nice. That's a good one. What about you, David? Do you have any coworker pet peeves?
Yeah. For example, when oh, when they, okay, well, it's kind of difficult, but it's when the situation when they don't their work, but it has uh, problems, and they say that I made mistakes with that. That I am guilty, that. But I don't know if you get it.
Okay, so when they like do
They,
work that has problems, so they do poor work and then they blame the quality of the work on you.
yeah, more or less.
Okay. Okay. Um, good. Yeah, that would definitely be really annoying.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
Anarik, what about you? Do you have any coworker pet peeves?
No, I don't think so. I think that all my coworkers are nice.
Okay. Um, have you ever worked with anybody who you've had a pet peeve with things that they do?
Mm, I have had some little problems with some coworkers, but I don't think that I consider them like a pet peeve.
Okay. Okay, good. And what about you, Alexander? Any coworker pet peeves?
Oh, sorry, I have to go,
Ah,
guys.
right. Okay.
Thank you for
Thanks for.
listening. Goodbye.
Yeah, bye. Thanks for coming in. Okay. And good. Does anybody have any questions here on this page? Okay.
No, it's okay.
Good. Um, and let's go into some more questions. And I think, can you ask us then the first question?
Yes. Tell me about the time you made a mistake.
Okay. Can you hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So last week I had a really tough work to do, and but right before it, you can think like not yesterday night, the day before it, yes,
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, and I drank so much, and even though I know I will have to work to much, so much. So then at the morning, I felt like, yes, I was hangover. I admit it. I accept
Okay.
it. But anyway, I had to do, so I did, and it was a mess, you know.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably one of the worst feelings is doing a lot of work when you're really hungover. Um, oh
But
man.
I had to do, so I did. I didn't have any choice.
Good. Yeah, so I had to do the work, so I did it. I didn't have any choice. Perfect. That's awesome and sounds really terrible. But good, great answer. Sen, can you ask David the next question?
Okay, David, what is your dream job?
Well, my dream job from a child it was becoming a professional soccer player.
Okay. My child, that would be talking about your own child. Maybe when we'd say when I was.
Yeah, well, I said from child.
Ah, from childhood.
Yeah,
Okay. So ever since childhood or from childhood?
from childhood, I think. From childhood, I what? I forget. From childhood, yeah.
Okay, can you read that whole sentence?
hmm My dream job. From childhood, I have wanted to be a professional player.
Okay. Who would you play for, David? Who would you play for?
For a team, did you mean for a team?
Yeah, what team would you play for?
Well, I think in the beginning for a local team, but
Okay.
actually, but in the future, I was thinking in Europe, in some important club.
Nice. Okay, perfect. Bayern Munich. Awesome. Um, cool. And David, can you ask Anarik the next question?
And Arik, describe yourself.
I think that I am a friendly person. I am responsible. I am intelligent. Mm, um, I follow my dreams and set goals and achieve goals.
Carry out, maybe.
Carry out my goals.
Nice. Awesome. That's definitely great characteristics.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And Anarik, can you ask Hassan the next question?
Yes, tell me how you handle a difficult situation.
Mm, First of all, I try to stay calm and I try to think uh, analytic, maybe.
Analytically.
Yes, and then I need an advice from my colleagues or boss or my friends, doesn't matter. And but at the end, probably uh, uh, I would do.
Okay, Hassan, I think I lost you there. Are you still there, Hassan?
Yes, I'm here. Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I said I probably do it in my way.
Okay, I'd probably do it my own way. Um,
Yeah.
Good. Okay, nice. And Hassan, can you ask David the next question?
What is your biggest failure?
And David, can you answer?
I'm really bad about these R sounds at the end. In the end,
Yeah, can you repeat failure?
failure. But I'm really
Perfect.
bad, really, even in
That's
Turkish.
really okay. It sounded perfect the second time you said it. Always they're yeah, kind of tricky sounds. Um, but yeah, I think on the bright side, everybody would understand what you're saying. So it was clear enough for sure. And David, are you there?
Okay.
Yep. Sorry for that. I lost my connection.
Okay, that's fine. So what's your biggest failure, David?
What is your biggest failure? Oh, okay. What is your biggest failure? Well, it's about working, right?
Yeah, I think
About in general.
it could be in general.
In general.
Just realize that it is a job interview, so having it about work would probably be better. But you could have it anything.
Well, I have had a lot. I have had a lot of. I have had a lot of failures in my life, but maybe about relationships.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that could work.
You know.
Again, I think I'd keep it more professional, at least with school or with work or with like a goal that you had, um, something
Mm,
that you were trying to do, something that, yeah, maybe didn't work out quite how you wanted it. Relationships might be a little bit too personal for a job interview, but I think it could
yeah,
work
sure.
too.
Yeah, but I'm not working currently, so just
David, I
time.
can't really hear you.
Well, I'm not working, so just
Yeah.
time. Well,
Yeah, and so you could always have it with school or with like projects that you had or something that you wanted to do or a trip that you wanted to take, anything like that. Just
mm,
relationships might be a little bit personal for job interviews, but I think that's good. Um, okay, and David, can you pretend to be the job interviewer? And Anarik, can you answer the last question?
yep. Well, Narik, what question do you have for me?
Well, I want to know what are the responsibilities for this job, and what can I do for no, what opportunities have for growing up in this company?
Advancement, maybe. So, what opportunities do I have for
Okay,
advancement?
advancement
Yeah, but awesome. Really great answer.
for
Um,
advancement.
yeah, yeah, perfect. Really good job. Okay, and so we're just about out of time. I have a class right after this, so if you guys want to join in that, that'd be great. Does anybody have any final questions before we finish up? Any last questions?
No, it's okay.
No, Joshua, thank you.
Okay,
No, thank you.
awesome. And so again, really great class. Hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.
Yeah.
Have a good day, afternoon.
See you
Bye,
later.
guys.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
Ciao.
Bye everyone.